welcome back to the best YouTube channel ever. No, just kidding. But am I really? Before I get into this video, I just want to give my sister a quick shout out for making me this tie-dye little outfit. Super cute. But anyway, we're back with another pumpkin themed recipe here today. Today, we're going to be making healthy pumpkin oat cookies. But before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. Alright, let's get started. These pumpkin oat cookies are more of a healthy snack rather than like a scrumptious sugar cookie, but they're super delicious. They're really good for a pre or post workout snack or just a healthier option if you're having any cravings. So all you're gonna need is 3 simple ingredients if you want to keep it basic. And if you want to make this more of a treat, you can add chocolate chips, but to keep it vegan, you're going to want to use gluten-free, certified gluten-free oats and vegan chocolate chips. These cookies are low calorie, so they're only going to be about 80 calories per cookie. They're dietary friendly and allergen friendly, like I said. So they're vegan, gluten-free, oil-free, and can be sugar-free if you decide not to use any sugar. So all you're going to need for the basic recipe is going to be your oats, your pumpkin puree, your monk fruit sweetener, or whatever sweetener you choose. And if you want to kind of amp it up, which I'm going to, you're just going to need to use a pumpkin spice blend or a cinnamon blend or something like that, and some chocolate chips. Now for the oats, I'd recommend either quick oats, rolled oats, or old-fashioned oats. For the pumpkin, I'm just using pumpkin puree right from the store. This is all natural with no preservatives, just like my overnight oats recipe or my pumpkin muffin recipe video. But you can make this at home yourself. I just don't really feel it's that necessary. It's super time consuming and this is all good stuff. And for the sweetener, now you can sweeten with coconut sugar, maple syrup, normal granulated sugar, or I'm using monk fruit sweetener just like I did in my Starbucks keto pink drink. If you haven't seen it already, make sure to check it out. I'll make sure to keep a link on the screen or down below in the description box. Now for the pumpkin spice blend, if you don't have this at home or you can't find it in the store, you can just make your own. All you're going to want to do is use some cinnamon, some nutmeg, some ginger, or you can just use cinnamon if you want to keep it simple. Now as always, you can customize these cookies with whatever you want. You can add some coconut flakes, you can add some walnuts, you can add pecans, you can add raisins, or you can just keep it simple and not add anything. And the good thing about these cookies is you can store them anywhere, so you can store them at room temperature for 3 days, you can store them in the fridge for 6 days, or you can store them in the freezer for 3 months. You're just going to want to make sure to, as always, make sure they cool down before you put them in an airtight container and put them in the fridge, because you don't want any moisture or any mold to be growing inside your containers. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go and preheat your ovens to 350 degrees. So I'm just going to do that now, which is good because it's not going to take too long, and this takes literally 2 seconds, and then it just takes 10 minutes to cook them. So it's going to be a super quick, easy, simple recipe for you guys. Okay, so the oven is preheating. Now I just have a pan here just lined with some parchment paper, and we're going to get started. So I'm just going to grab my bowl, and we're just going to literally add all these ingredients into one bowl. Mix it up and start forming our little cookies. Now, these cookies aren't going to be expanding at all. There's no flour or anything in this. So you can put them into whatever shape you want or however big or small. They're not going to expand and get weird and grow on top of each other or anything like that. I'm just going to mix this all together. I'm saving the chocolate chips for last because some people want them, some people don't. Plus, I think it's better that they just sit on top and get nice and soft. Now, just like in my Energy Bites recipe video, you're just going to want to make sure that these are just going to stay into nice little cookie shapes. They're obviously going to be more sticky if you decided to use something like a maple syrup, but you definitely don't want anything to be like not sticking together and just crumbling. If that happens, just add some more pumpkin puree. If you find that they're too wet and it's just like mush, then just add some more of your oats, but the measurements that I gave you should be fine. Okay. You should have something that looks like this. It smells so good. Okay, so now just clean this up a bit. Take off whatever jewelry you have so you don't get pumpkin in it. And let's see. Just gonna use this little scooper just to get nice even shapes. It doesn't have to be that way, but I'm anal, so I'd like them to be the same. Okay. Now this is all going to depend on how big or small, whatever shape that you make your cookies, but you should get at least 12 of these. So with the shape that I chose, I got 15, so I'm just gonna squish these down a little bit and then add some chocolate chips. Do you want any nuts? Okay, so this is what you should look like. I have 15 of them and I just did every other one with chocolate chips right on top. I didn't mix them inside. So now we're just going to put these in our oven that's already preheated, and we're only going to bake for about 10 minutes, and then I'll see you guys then. Okay, we're all done. So I'm just going to take these off of the pan and then let them cool on the cooling rack. So excited. You can see the chocolate chips are melted, but they're right on top, so you're just gonna get the first thing in your mouth is gonna be that chocolate chip. Now these are best when they're still warm, so I would just let them cool down for a couple minutes and then try one when they're still warm. But then, like I said, when you want to store them, just make sure they're completely cold. You don't want any moisture to be in your containers. That's just gonna create mold, and that's gross. Okay guys, so we're all out of the oven and we're cooled down just a bit. How good do those look? Okay, so now it's time to taste one. So I'm gonna grab my chocolate chip one. Look at that. So good. Just enough of that sweetness, just enough of that pumpkin flavor, and you got your oats in there. They're super soft. And it's definitely, I think, better having them right out of the oven. The chocolate is a little bit soft and melted. It's not going to be the same way when you let them cool off. I mean, they'll still, all the flavors will still be there, but there's just something different about warm cookies. And as always, you can find all the nutrition facts down below in the description box. I'll let you know the difference in nutrition and calories, whether you use maple syrup, whether you use the coconut sugar, if you use a non-sugar sweetener like the monk fruit or stevia or anything like that. Well, that's all I have for this video today, you guys. I hope you liked it. I hope you learned something new. If you did like it, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. If you want to get my exclusive nutrition tips, healthy food recommendations, and delicious recipes just like this one, then make sure to head over to my description box, click the link, and join the fam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.